How the hell did I go from 0 to over 10,000 subscribers in 46 days with only my very first 2 videos? And how can you do the same? Well, I slept with YouTube's CEO. Just kidding. I actually hacked the algorithm. Kind of. Let me explain. I've always wanted to create videos because it seemed super fun. I could get people to laugh while giving a whole ton of value and also get paid by Pimp Daddy YouTube. But what's been holding me back is that I've always had stage fright. Growing up, I remember actually doing class presentations and freezing up and literally stumbling my words like It's one of those memories where I'm trying to fall asleep at night and then my brain just decides it's a wonderful idea to replay that embarrassing moment. Maybe it was my fear of failure, or what are people gonna think about me? What if my content sucks? Or just so many other negative thoughts and feelings that everyone is so familiar with. So what if I can make it so there was no way to fail? Well, I figured out a hack that anyone can use to make a video blow up, and also learned how to make the most amount of money doing it. When you finish watching this to the end, it's gonna change the way you forever view YouTube videos. Let's quickly rewind and learn how I even discovered this secret and experienced a paradigm shift. There was a super innovative crypto project called Time Wonderland that recently came out. I invested and it went up by a lot. I was super happy because I was making some money. So while I was doing some research on Time Wonderland, I noticed there was a lot of hype and a lot of buzz. But I noticed that there was barely any YouTube videos talking about it. So that's when I thought to myself, should I make a video on this? So at that moment, I was at crossroads and I had to make a decision. I could either make a video on this amazing project and help others become super wealthy so that I don't have to cry alone in my Lambo, or I could let my fear of failure take over, and that simply meant I don't make the video. Well, you obviously know I made one banger of a video, and holy shit, what happened next I did not expect. In its first 7 days, it didn't even crack 1,000 views. But then it started gaining momentum. A lot of momentum, and in 31 days it reached over 100,000 views. People started hitting me up like, yo Doug, how you been? Girls started sliding in my DMs. I started getting some exclusive invites to some parties. It was all a little overwhelming, but it felt amazing. And it was all because I experienced a paradigm shift. My feeling of being able to help others was stronger than my fear of failure, which is what holds back you, me, and so many other people from just doing some awesome shit. Because as cheesy as it sounds, when, not if, when you believe in yourself, you also indirectly help others too. So what was the logical thing to do next? Obviously, that was to create a second follow-up video with even more zesty memes and degeneracy. Jesus, look at that No Shave November mustache. And my second video, it did even better than my first one. Over 140,000 views in its first 30 days. And it was all because I told that negativity to right off. And you also have the power to do the same. So now that you're all caught up with the fun little journey of going from 0 to 10,000 subscribers in 46 days with only the first 2 videos, let's jump right into that juicy ad revenue that YouTube has paid out. Before we jump into the YouTube studio, if you found this video enjoyable so far, please turn that like button into a beautiful shade of blue. I really appreciate your guys' support. Let's start with the dollar amount of my RPM, which is around $23. Now, for those that don't know what RPM is, in very simple terms, it is how much YouTube pays per 1,000 views. So if my RPM is $23 and I get 1,000 views, then I get paid $23. If I get 10,000 views, it's $230, and then so on and so forth. RPM value varies between different types of channels. Usually finance content is the highest. This makes sense because Advertisers value someone watching a finance video much more compared to some kid watching a stupid unboxing video. How the fuck does this have 1 billion views? And here we can see how much YouTube has paid me. Over $8,000 for a completely new channel. Since I made 2 videos in 2 months, that means YouTube was paying me approximately $4,000 per month, right? Technically that's wrong. I'm actually making $4,000 per video. If I create 2 videos per week, that's equal to $8,000 or $34,720 per month, which is absolutely crazy. I used to think my YouTube channel was just some nice little side gig income on top of my other businesses, when in reality, it already has the potential to be a multi-6-figure income. Yeah, that's right, Asian parents. You don't need to be a doctor to be successful. There you go, I said it. Now this is taking into consideration if each video consistently gets 100,000 plus views. And even with the trick that I'll be revealing later on, the algorithm isn't going to pick up every single video.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
So a quick little easy simple fix to this is simply make more content. If I wanted to be conservative instead and say the videos got 25,000 instead of 100,000 views, then that means it comes out to around $4,991 per month. So there we go. With 10,000 subscribers, you can be earning anywhere between $4,900 to $34,000 per month, really dependent on how many videos that you upload. Alright, hold up. That's not even taking into consideration sponsorships, which are very lucrative in themselves. They usually pay $10 to $50 per 1,000 views. And not many people know this, but sponsors will still reach out to channels even if they only have 1,000 subscribers. And here's what you should do if you want to maximize the amount of money that you'll be making. I pit multiple different sponsors against each other like some sort of gladiators in an arena, and then I simply choose the one that has the best offer. I used the same strategy to get amazing rent price in the middle of downtown Vancouver by pitting multiple landlords against each other, whoring myself out like it was some auction. Very typical cheap Asian behavior. Anyways, since I was a new channel, I did not get sponsored yet. But if I did get my first video sponsored at 180,000 views at $30, it would have been $5,400. And then for my second video at 160,000 views, it would have been $4,800. Totaling that up, I would have been a little bit over $10,000 richer. I probably would have gambled that into Dogecoin anyways. So as you can see, if we add sponsorships on top of the YouTube ad revenue, we start getting into some disgusting profits. Now let's jump right into the simple hack that anyone can use to blow up a video. First, we need to understand, what does the almighty YouTube algorithm want? No, it's not to try to take over the human race. Maybe TikTok's algorithm does that with all the truly degenerate content. But YouTube just wants one thing and one thing only, and it's disgusting. Yes, I'm talking about those disgusting profits. The more advertisements watched, the more money YouTube makes. And if we can be YouTube's little whore and get more people to watch videos, the algorithm will reward us generously by recommending the video to more and more people. Alright, great. Now that we know the why, let's actually show the how. I was going to explain 3 requirements in a lot of detail, but then I realized that you only really need number 3. So I will just quickly mention number 1 and number 2. Number 1, a good video thumbnail. It's like being in a bar with a lot of people and then you notice a cute girl there. Your thumbnail should be like that cute girl and stands out. Which leads us into number 2, a good retention rate. A bad retention rate is like you talking with that cute girl and then realizing all the red flags she has, so you simply just move on. Which brings us to point number 3. I'm not sure if there's an official name for this because I barely hear anybody even talk about this, but we're just gonna call it supply-demand imbalance. An easy way to understand this is Imagine you are a creator right when TikTok was becoming viral. There were a lot of viewers, but only a few creators. An imbalance in the supply and the demand, which meant it was easy to get a lot of videos to blow up. And that's exactly what I noticed when there was a lot of demand for Time Wonderland. So how can we replicate this successfully and make videos blow up? There's mainly two methods. The first method is to keep an eye out for supply and demand imbalances, much like what happened with me and Time Wonderland. We all experience opportunities every single day, but most of us don't capitalize on it simply because the fear of failure takes over. Which is so sad because it would not only benefit you, but also so many others as well. Because like I said before, the more you give, the more you get. The second method is creating or finding a blue ocean market. In simple terms, it means an unsaturated market. On the flip side, a red ocean is saturated and competitive. A good example of creating your own blue ocean niche is a channel I really love, Jake Tran. He started out by copying everyone else inside the finance space, but he only truly found success when he went and switched into business edutainment content, and now he's found some amazing momentum. He actually did an entire video breakdown on this, which I highly recommend you check out. When I first started my marketing firm, I noticed everyone else was offering Facebook ads, so I thought it was a great idea to follow the herd, and because it was so competitive, I failed horribly, and I started to doubt myself. So out of pure desperation, I switched over to Instagram services for businesses. And I actually got pretty lucky because it ended up being a blue ocean niche because it was very unsaturated. And within my first 90 days, I reached $10,000 per month simply because I switched from a red ocean market over to a blue ocean market. So there we go, 2 simple hacks to quickly go viral, either spotting those supply and demand imbalances or creating/finding your own blue ocean niche. I'm obviously not a YouTube expert yet, but I'm constantly learning every single day. And even with my new videos not reaching so many viewers as much as my first 2, I'm still extremely happy and grateful even if it reaches a few hundred people, because that still is a significant difference. I feel like a lot of us are so used to and comparing to these hundreds of thousands and even millions of views because life is just way too short that even leaving a positive impact on one person can have so many cascading effects. So there you go. You are now armed with this amazing knowledge, and now all that's needed is to actually execute. Or you can just keep binge watching my videos. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content and you want to learn more unique things, or you just want to laugh at my dumb jokes, I got more unique videos coming out. All you need to do is smash that beautiful subscribe button and be sure to also hit that bell icon as well. With that being said, go do some awesome shit, and I will see you next time, my fellow degenerates. Peace out.